Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel here. Today we've got some news of our favorite Arrowhead CCO Pilestedt taking a sabbatical and going on vacation until further notice. We've got breaking news right here from the Meridia black hole that there are some space-time fluctuations happening, and you can see that the black hole is maybe fluctuating a little bit. And basically, we're going to talk about what this could mean for the 1-year anniversary, possibly an event happening, and otherwise, we'll be covering all the Helldivers 2 news today in this video. So if you're interested in any sort of Helldivers 2 news, any tips or tricks for the game, I have a Mega Nest and Mega Base, the Bot Fortress guide, coming out soon, hopefully by tomorrow. And I'll also be streaming Helldivers 2 on this YouTube channel right here after this video goes live, so be sure to turn on notifications if you're interested in that. So we will be getting into the news with Pilestedt taking a sabbatical. He made a couple posts on Twitter, but he was replying to people kind of teasing some stuff with Illuminate, possibly a 1-year anniversary event happening. So first, I think we ought to talk about what's going on inside the game today. So first things first, if we simply open up our Galactic war table, we can see a message at the top that says Spacetime Fluctuation Indicator. Surveying unexplained spacetime fluctuations. There seems to be some sort of space wobbling happening. And if we take a look at the dispatch here, it says Intel report, multiple astronomical monitoring stations have reported the appearance of unexplained gravitational waves and wobbles in the orbits of astronomical bodies. These spacetime fluctuations have been positively correlated with Illuminate activity. The Ministry of Defense has begun tracking these fluctuations in coordination with the Ministry of Science, and their activity will be displayed on all galactic maps. And so it just seems like something is happening with the Meridia wormhole. Now, we have been just waiting for something to happen with this. We've been waiting for the full Illuminate faction. A YouTuber, Joe Plays Games, also posted a fan theory recently called the Illuminate, the Wormhole, and the Future of Helldivers 2, where she is theorizing that the Illuminate monoliths are basically trying to agitate whatever is happening on the other side of this wormhole and possibly bring over the full Illuminate fleet from another dimension. And she goes more in depth on her theory. I don't want to fully spoil her video if you haven't seen it yet, so go check that out. But basically, what does this have anything to do with when is the next content drop for Helldivers 2? Because that's pretty much what we all care about. What could it be, and when is it happening? Now, Helldivers 2 first launched back in February 8th, 2024, and it is almost February 8th, 2025. So most people are guessing this is when we can possibly see another big content drop. And what could that content drop be? Well, I mean, at this point, it definitely seems like we're gearing up for the full Illuminate force to hopefully come through the wormhole. Now, I am standing at the wormhole right now so that you guys can see it. Pay attention to its visual effects. And here is an old stream when Meridia was literally first destroyed. Here was the old black hole. We can clearly see that there's no purple clouds emanating from this. We still do get kind of the space clouds being sucked into it. I did the glitch where you fall off your ship and emote in the air. And I mean, we can definitely see the visual effects have been updated since then. So that's the first thing that could possibly be dropping on the 1-year anniversary, which is again on February 8th. And for what it's worth, around the time of the anniversary, we are also due for another warbond. We got actually 2 warbonds basically in the month of December, 1 warbond and then the Killzone crossover. And the warbonds come out on the 2nd Thursday of the month, which is February 13th. So maybe we get some sort of patch as well as a warbond trailer on the anniversary, and then the warbond comes the Thursday after it. There are obviously the clear hints of the Illuminate invasion coming that we just talked about. And on top of that, there are still some unfinished storylines with the gloom. We have done quite a few gloom missions the last few weeks, securing planets around the Meridia black hole, or I think it's a wormhole at this point. Basically, we protected the Science Center, the Xenoentomology Center, they're all right nearby, and our last major order that just ended was specifically collecting samples on planets situated in that area for research purposes. Now, given that we're definitely getting way more hints of Illuminate, especially given that we got a whole message on our galactic map, obviously that is more likely. Hopefully it's a really big content drop. We may get a bit of both, so maybe we could get some gloom missions as well as more Illuminate enemies. We are definitely waiting for the full faction, and that would give us plenty of stuff to do in the game again. And our last little hint of why I think we may get some sort of bigger event come the 1-year anniversary is the community managers. We haven't gotten any patches this past month. Arrowhead has been, weirdly silent, just as they were before the Illuminate dropped. We got no news, no nothing before that huge Game Awards reveal, and it just kind of feels like that's what's going on again. So I just wanted to point that stuff out just for anybody who's wondering when we can get more content. Next, we have a Twitter message from Pilestedt talking about how he's going on a sabbatical for a while. So let me go ahead and just read it. He says, "Hey everyone, I'm gonna do a sabbatical for a while. I know a lot of you are gonna think, ¿por qué? Well, while you have enjoyed Helldivers 2 for almost a year, I have been living it since early 2016, and with Helldivers game since 2013. 11 years of working around the clock on the same IP has made me set family, friends, and my lovely wife and myself. I'm going to be taking some time now to redeem what was lost from all those that supported me for over a decade. I'm sure my friends at Arrowhead Game Studio will do their utmost in the meantime to deliver amazing stuff to Helldivers 2. And when I am back, I will start work on the next Arrowhead game. Johan signing off, the last survivor of SES Song of the Stars." So there are a few things to dive into there. Number one is plenty of players and myself are big fans of Pilestedt, and we will hope the game still goes very well, even with him on vacation. I'm sure everyone's wondering how long he's going to be gone for. He did reply to someone in the replies down below, so we will get to that. Also, talking of the next Arrowhead game, which I actually don't think is Helldivers related. And then, like I said, he left a lot of replies under this thread answering lots of questions. So first of all, he did send a second tweet shortly afterwards saying, "And to kick off this sabbatical, we start with a game jam with the most senior devs / founders of Arrowhead Game Studio." And then he posted this picture of them doing this game jam. So basically what a game jam is devs get together and they just try to make a new game in a set time period. So like, let's say they gave themselves 1 day or 2 days, make a whole game from scratch. And I'm not a game dev. I don't really, I've never been a part of this. I don't really know fully what it's about, but I can imagine that they're not trying to make a high quality game. They're more so just kind of flexing their coding muscles and also trying to get those creative juices flowing. Like basically, let's work on something completely fresh and just do it as quick as possible so that we can kind of get those creative juices flowing and come up with ideas for the next game. Now, the other thing in terms of their next game, Pilestedt actually responded to this person last month. This is somewhat old news, but this is why I don't think he's talking about a new Helldivers game. So someone jokingly on Twitter said, "Helldivers 3 coming in 2032 will add 8 players and swimming." And he responded to this person saying, "We are growing Helldivers 2 into Helldivers 3. So you may be correct, except maybe swimming. I don't think it's possible to swim in a heavy plate carrier with rifle and support weapons. Also, all our games we've have had the thing about the protagonist not being able to swim." So given the fact that he responded like this, I think whatever new game they're working on is not Helldivers related, and there's really not much to say about this since it's clearly in the brainstorming stages. But this is pretty cool and exciting news to think about whatever game Arrowhead makes. I'll definitely try it out at this point, because they have done a great job and learned a lot of lessons with Helldivers 2 at this point. Okay, so let's go into some of the Twitter replies, because he did reply to a few people under his messages, kind of hinting at a 1-year anniversary event, and also hinting a bit at Illuminate, also talking about how long he'll be gone. And I'm just going to highlight ones that I think you guys will be interested in. All right, so El Kingo on Twitter responded and said, "A pity that we won't see you around for the first anniversary of Helldivers 2, but enjoy your time with family and friends." And he responded to that with, "Well, you may still," winky face, implying that he is going to show up for the anniversary event, so maybe he's going on a sabbatical right after that. The anniversary is only in a week and 3 days at this point, and if he's waiting until after that to go on a sabbatical, I kind of think that hints a little bit that we may see a bigger content drop happening then. And then he responded to Sco2 on Twitter saying, "Hopefully the team won't ruin the flamethrower again while you're gone, And he said, if it happens, use the bat signal. And this is when I mentioned that a lot of us have a lot of trust in Pilestedt. We definitely want him steering the ship, which he always is, but he also has always given credit to the developers at Arrowhead, and the 100 or so devs over at Arrowhead have been the ones working on the game. It's not like Pilestedt has done everything. So given that they've steered the game back on track since the Dark Ages, I really don't think there's going to be a problem with that, and Pilestedt deserves a break at this point. And then there was a Helldivers 2 media tweet earlier about the Spacetime fluctuations, saying WTF is this? And he just responded, nothing, ... and then he did this melting smiley face. So again, just hinting that something is definitely coming. And it's funny this is happening just a week and 3 days before some sort of anniversary event. And then Gree TA tweeted and said, we will hold down the fort here for you. And Pilestedt responded, unless the Illuminates or otherwise shenanigans in the galaxy, upside down smiley face. And wow, he is just on the train of letting people know something is coming. And I do as well. I'd be super excited if we got like a really big content drop. Honestly, I am excited for the full Illuminate faction, but I really do want to see the gloom missions play out as well. So I don't know, I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. And then Vong Smoothie on Twitter said, is this a wake me when you need me moment and we'll see you back in 5 years? And he said, haha, no, more like 1 to 5 months. And I'll just say it, even if it was 5 months, that would be a long time with no Pilestedt. But at the end of the day, like I said, he has given lots of credit to the team after every good patch that everyone has loved. I do have trust in the Arrowhead team to, you know, carry the game while he is gone. And he did say that if they ruin the flamethrower again, we can use the bat signal, so we'll be sure to keep the bat signal ready if anything does go wrong. Finally, just another tweet from Dan Sabo saying, nah man, you can't leave until the 1 year anniversary. Once that's settled, then Sabbatical it up, my friend. And he said, haha, true, but the 1 year mark belongs to the team. I will be at the studios for the team. So he is confirming, I think, that he will be at the studio during the 1 year anniversary. And that is it. So Pilestedt is going on a sabbatical. He will be back in 1 to 5 months, hinting at Illuminate with the space fluctuations, hinting at something might be happening on the 1 year anniversary. It's possible he's not hinting at any sort of update or event happening, but the 1 year anniversary is usually important to game studios. So I imagine it would hopefully be something more than just a warbond. We haven't gotten really, the last major patch was the Illuminate drop, which was over a month ago at this point. And given the cadence of Helldiver updates, it's usually every other month nowadays. So December, big Illuminate patch. January was their month working on stuff. And then February, with the 1 year anniversary, is just hopefully a big patch. And that's why that's everyone's main theory. Obviously, we just have to wait and see what happens. I definitely do not want to overhype, but it sounds about right to me as well. And it makes sense, given that they have been so silent, like I said. And they were extremely silent before that Game Awards update. And with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like it. Like I said, I do have a video coming out on how to solo the mega bases, but more importantly, the mega nests. The mega nests on the Terminid side are a lot harder on the higher difficulties, and this can also help you out in squads. That video is hopefully coming out tomorrow, if not the next day. And then again, I will be streaming about the time after I upload this video, so just hit my notifications. I may already be live, so I'll see you guys there. I'm out.